Welcome to Buzz Around the Globe. A war is waging and a country is on the brink of famine, and no one seems to notice or maybe care. I'm not talking about the Gaza war or the Ukraine war. I'm trying to bring the spotlight on a war that began in Sudan a year ago. A year later, in camps for tens of thousands of people who have fled into neighboring countries, the anniversary is marked by near starvation. Sudan's military, led by General Abdel Fattah Burhan, is fighting the paramilitary group known as Rapid Support Forces or the RSF, commanded by General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo. They are fighting to get power over country's more than 45 million people. Close to 9 million people have fled their homes, according to the United Nations, and more than 1 million have left the country. Thousands have been killed in a conflict overshadowed by the ones in Gaza and Ukraine. The UN says it has asked for $2.7 billion in funding to respond to humanitarian needs, but has received only $155 million or just 6%. The aid groups are urging the world to give more. The UN has warned of an impending generational catastrophe. An estimated 3 million Sudanese children are malnourished. About 19 million children are out of school. A quarter of Sudan's hospitals are no longer functioning. Aid organizations say women and children are bearing the worst of the conflict. In Chad, across the border, resources are stretched thin after more than 570,000 Sudanese arrived over the past year. Aid workers warn they are set to run out of supplies within weeks maybe. Shortages of water and other ways to keep clean means a growing risk of disease. A growing number of children are arriving at the pediatric unit run by the Doctors Without Borders charity with pulmonary complications, which is a result of the harsh environment. The organization has also documented rising cases of hepatitis E, which can be deadly for pregnant women. Many of the babies are severely malnourished. More than 16,000 children younger than 5 arriving in Chad from Sudan have had acute malnutrition. According to the UN, a stage where the effects of hunger are clearly visible. Conditions are expected to worsen in the coming lean season between harvests, when food reserves are depleted and rains drive up rates of malaria. Sudan plunged into chaos a year ago when clashes erupted in the capital, Khartoum, and spread. In Darfur, brutal attacks by the Arab-dominated Rapid Support Forces or the RSF on ethnic African civilians have revived memories of genocide. 2 decades ago, as many as 300,000 people were killed and 2.7 million were driven from their homes largely by government-backed Arab militias. The paramilitary Rapid Support Forces or the RSF grew out of those militias. And now they're being accused of widespread killings, rapes, and other atrocities. Now, prosecutors at the International Criminal Court say there are grounds to believe both the sides in the current conflict are committing war crimes. West Darfur, especially its capital city, has witnessed some of the worst atrocities, including mass killings and rampant sexual violence against the African Masalit tribe, according to the UN experts. As the year has passed, not much of the world attention has come Sudan's way. We hope that the things are going to change going forward. Do tell us what you think about this video in the comment section, and for more news updates, subscribe to India Today.